Right, hello everyone. Just going to make a little video. I'm just trying out my new camera here. You'll see me on the new camera. I am live. Not live to stream, but I'm live. I'm alive, but I think I'm live. Right, I'm just going to mark up the centres on this piece of wood. And it's just a little piece of wood. I'm just going to see how this goes. Like I say, just trying the camera. See what happens. Hopefully this is going to do a bit better filming. It all looks good there. Just what's the timing on that? Well, 1 second. Right, we'll have a look and see what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this bit of wood in here. I've got a new camera arm I made up, and I'll take that tool rest off. Put a small one on. Okay, give me a minute. That in place, turn the lathe on. Right, now then, I'm gonna just lower it down a little bit into there. Right, now I'm gonna bring it around here so you can see what I'm doing. Sorry, I've got to come in front of the camera. There we go. Right, I'm just gonna get you in there, like so. Bring you around a little bit. Right, I think you can see all this wood. I'm gonna zoom you in a bit. Look at this posh stuff. Got remote control now. Oh, I can muck it up from a distance. How's that? Right, I'm just gonna position you there. Oh yeah, about now. I think you should. I'm going to be fussing about with it all now, aren't I? Eh? Right, okay. Let's see what happens. We'll get my face shield out. I've got my face shield on. As you know, I don't film without a face shield. Right. Look at this fancy stuff, eh? I'm going to check what the sound sounds like. Hopefully you can hear me. I hope so. I've got an external mic I can put on this. I'm going to use my roughing gouge at the moment. I'm just going to rough this piece of wood down. So I'm going to smooth this piece of wood actually. So hang on then, let's pull my sleeves up a bit. Hopefully you can you get a nice close view of this. Now, I've said before with my chisels, the actual grind I put on there is quite a steep grind. I can't tell you the angle, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what the angle is, I just do it to suit me. Now, I sharpen my chisel like that. What they tell you, anchor your chisel, ride your bevel, come down, start cut, and go like this, right? Now, that's the correct way they say to do it. Me personally, that's the wrong way to do it. Because all you're going to do is blunt your tool quicker. The way I sharpen mine with such a steep bevel there, is so I can come in here. My handle, you can see how low down my handle is. No, actually you can't, can you? Right, let me zoom you out a bit. Right, let me just, you just take a step back, alright? That's it, you stand back over there, you'll see. Right, as you can see, my handle is down this low. Right down here, okay? I come in with my bevels here. I also have my chisel pointed, I'm at about, I'm probably at about a 30-degree angle there. And that's how I use my chisel. Okay? And I don't cut off on the flat, I cut off the side. So basically I'm using it the same as I'd use a skew. Right, now I've changed the handle, let me bring you back in. Put you back up here. Right. So I use it the same as I would use a skew. And I've come across we've roughed that down. That's how I use it. Now the benefits of me having that grind is that I will turn probably anything between 60 and 80 handles before I would have to, and that's 14-inch blanks, 2-inch blanks, like this, down to this size, and I will turn between 60 and 80 though if I need to go back and sharpen. Okay? Right. Now, I'm not really doing anything with this, I just wanted to show how I get it smooth. Right? I'll actually show you anyway. Let's show you some pieces. We're going to do a little bit. Right, now I hope you can see how smooth that is. Let me take it out. And I can see now with the camera. Let me bring it over here to the camera. There you go, look at that. Right, now that is really smooth. There might be a bit too much light coming on this, I don't know. But there you go. Right, lovely smooth finish there. Alright. Now, actually what I'm going to do, I was going to do a bit with this, but I'm going to leave that for 1 second. Hang on, let me just let me come in behind you. It's alright, don't move, I won't hit you. Just stay there. Don't get up. I'm alright, I'll manage. Right, I'm going to do another piece of wood now. Just going to centre it, same as I always do. Just by eye. Oh, don't move. Just by eye. There we go. Right. And there's no markings on it, as you can see. Just doing it by eye. Right, we're going to pop that on there. Move out of the way. Get that pushed up. Right, there we go. Right, now. I know if it's level, because when I put that on, if I turn it, and I've got the same gap on all pieces, then it's pretty level. Not dead on, but it's close enough for me. Right, I'm going to use my, where is it? 14, we'll use the 14mm chisel from the Carbide set, okay? And what I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to just rough it down, get smooth, alright? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in, I'm not just going to push straight. Do this, but don't sound nice, don't look nice, don't feel nice. I'm going to come in there. Get a bit of a feeling, right? Now all I'm doing is I'm taking half the blade width, okay? Half the cutter. I'm not using all of it, I'm using half the width that time. More than enough. As you can see, I'm not plunging in, I've got my handle down. Remember, on the carbide tool, this is your bevel. The bar is the bottom of your chisel. That's your bevel there, okay? And this is your cutting edge. So, there's the bevel. There's the cut edge. It's shut off then. Right, now what I'm going to do, exactly the same as I do with the gouge. I come in, find the cut. I'm not quite round. Actually, I'm going to go a little. I'm not quite round. That's round. And that's what I'm doing is, I'm not flat. If I'm doing that here, all I'm doing is scraping it. Because I'm here, I'm actually getting a peeling cut. Gives me a lot better finish. Right, now, I'm rolling over. Now, end, but because I'm starting here, I'm starting on the end, and my tool rest is short. Because my tool rest is short, I can't start at that end properly. I've got to come from the middle and go out, alright? So, if you can see, that's it, that's better. You don't go on that very end. There you go. Right, now then, we'll stop that. Right, I've still got, look, I'm not quite round there, but we won't worry about that. I'm not going to nitty gritty over half a mil. But what I want to show you, there's my one I just turned. Okay. Right. There you go. Alright. One spindle roughing gouge. One with a 14mm carbide chisel. Alright. Apart from the fact that I didn't quite get it right down to round. Alright. You can see. You can see there the comparison. Alright. Identical. They're identical. Nothing between them on grain. Now, don't start getting mistaken here into thinking I'm saying replace that or one versus the other. It's not a case of versus. There's no versing. Alright, there's no comparison between that and a 14mm carbide chisel. What I'm saying is, if you haven't got one of these, okay, if you haven't got roughing gouge and you've got a carbide chisel, you can do, hang on, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit here so you can actually see me a bit. Right, well you still won't see me because my head's not in it. Some people might think that's better, but anyway, there you go, look at that, hello. Right, now what I'm going on is, if you haven't got one of these, but you've got a 14mm carbide chisel, which comes in your set, you can do, let me take this off a minute, take this off, there. I don't charge extra for personal appearances, don't worry. Right. If you haven't got one of these, if you've got 14mm carbide chisel, which comes in your set, you can achieve exactly the same finish. Now, the difference is with one of these, this chisel, I don't even know whether you can go and buy these 2-inch ones. You can buy all the smaller ones. These 2-inch ones, they're very hard to come by now. Someone did say they don't make them now, but I don't know. But that would cost you about 80, 90 quid, maybe probably about 120 quid brand new, actually. About £120 for that chisel. Then you've got to have the sharpening kit to sharpen it all. It's not something, when you're learning, that you want to go out and do all in one go and buy all in one go. It's something what you want to do is you aim towards as you progress, and if you want to keep doing wood turning. Some people don't. They take it up, they go a little go, they don't want to do no more. That's it. It's the same with, like I've said before, I'm just going to move you around just a little bit. There we go, right, okay. Same, I've said before with bowl gouges and roughing, you can't compare, you can't do one like a bowl gouge versus a carbide chisel. It doesn't work. What you can do, you see, in my opinion, what you should be doing, okay, here we have 2 chisels, okay, bowl gouges. One, we've got a U-shaped flute. The other, we've got a V-shaped flute. So we've got a deep flute, right, quite a steep flute, and we've got a shallower flute. It's not so much shallow, it's more one's a U-shaped, one's V-shaped. Got fingernail grinds on both. Okay. Now, you could take these, they're both 1/2 inch, you could take these and say, right, I'll do a versus, which one works best, which one's better. That's fine. That's fine. You can do that. Okay. You can do, right, what have I got here? I've got a couple of spindle gouges. Okay. So, here we go. See if I've got another one of these. Find my other spindle gouge if I can find it. Right, here we go. Right, now 2 3/8 spindle gouges. Okay. Sorry, let me get these up. 2 3/8 spindle gouges. Both got the same flute. One has got that grind. Okay. This one has that grind. Quite a specialist grind. Now that's not something a new turner is going to, one, be able to use properly at first, or two, be able to sharpen to that way. But now you could do a versus, or which is better, that one or that one. Compare the two, see what this can do, see what that can do. Still not a fair vote because I need both. I need that one if I'm doing a lot of nice detail work, and I want that one doing different work. You know, it depends what I'm doing. I never know what I'm going to be doing, to be honest. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing anyway. But the same, you wouldn't then take. Now you can't go and compare 3/8 bowl gouge, right? Or what they'd call a half inch because it's half-inch shank, but they say 3/8 because of the flute. I say half-inch. You can't compare that or verse that to that. There's just no comparison. You can't do one versus the other. Spindle gouge versus bowl gouge. No, because you wouldn't use that to hollow a bowl. At the same time, you wouldn't use that to do fine detail work. They both have a job. They're separate tools. Okay? Like I said, you can compete them against each other, but not that way. It's the same here. Well, actually, let me come up here. Right. I have a roughing gouge. Right, this is just a 1-inch roughing gouge. Okay? Again, I have a very steep grind on mine. Okay? And here, I have a skew. Okay? Skew chisel. Same sort of grind. Now, you can't do a skew versus that. I'll get the same cuts on each and I'll do the same things. But this will do things that this can't do. And this will do things that this can't do. So you can compare two skews, you can compare two spindle roughing gouges, different grinds, whatever. You can do that. So that's, you're probably losing the point of even where I'm going here. But again, you can't compare that to that. You can't do a versus, you can't do anything. This will do things that this can't do. Okay? This will do things that this can't do. So compare two types of chisel, but make sure they're the same sort of chisel. This isn't a compare. I would not, like I said before, I would not change any of my chisels. All these are my chisels. I use them all. They all have different jobs to do. They all have different days where they're used. Okay? But what I'm trying to do is put out some videos where I'm showing you what you can do with these if you use them correctly. You don't have to buy any sharpening things. I mean, with bowl gouges, again, you'll have, as you've seen, fingernail grinds. Okay? But then there's times when you want a traditional grind, like that. For doing into the bottom of your bowls. You want a traditional grind. So, yeah, do you regrind your chisel when you want to do a different grind? And put a fingernail grind on it, then, oh, now I want to do the bottom of the bowl, so I'm going to go and put a traditional grind on it. Come on. You're going to have to buy 2 chisels. You're going to have to buy 3 or 4, actually, to get all the different things you want. Okay? Now, that's something you aim towards, and I would recommend to everyone. You move on to tradition. You not move on to, you get to learn to use traditional tools. Okay? But at the same time, if you've got these and you're happy with these, then there's a lot you can do with these, and that's what I've been trying to show people, is that you can do with these. And I'm going to bring it back in now onto the piece of wood. Let's get you moved back in here. Okay, look at this, got a fancy arm and everything on it. Oh, I made this all up yesterday, welded it all up. Look at this. From a touch of my hand, I can spin you around that side. Look at that. I can spin you around there. You can watch me hollow around that side. I can bring you back around here. See? Fantastic. And not just a pretty face. Told you I can weld. Told you I'm a welder as well, didn't I? Right, let's bring you in. Okay, I want you in on this piece of wood. Get to maximum zoom. Right, okay. So, like I said with this, you do have a bevel. The bevel is your bar. Okay? I mean, it's funny because I've got a screen pointing towards me, and I'm like, if I move that way, I'll go that way. and if I move this way, I go that way. Confusing. Right, okay, so that's my bevel, and I can run along. Okay, now I don't have to change any grinds or anything on it. All I have to do is position differently for what I want to do, whether I want a rough cut, finish cut, whatever. Now, as we've seen, nice smooth bit of wood. Put my mask on. Right, we've got a lovely smooth piece of wood here. I've just finished it, just got it all nice, okay? Oh look. Now look what someone's gone and done. Roughed it all up. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, tools rolled over, I'm on the bevel. Roll it that way, then go this way. I'm actually going to get rid of that flat spot this time. Okay, so I'm on my bevel is the bar, look, I'm not cutting, lift the handle slightly. There it is, there's that bit there. Right, then one more cut, it's got just a very slight flat there still. There we go, right. Right, okay. So you see, someone went and roughed it all up. So, they just smoothed it all off. Look at that. That's it, it's achieved exactly the same finish as I achieved with that. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to throw that chisel away and just use this. But what it means is if all I've got is this, I can get that same cut. I can achieve that. Okay. Now, I'm going to be doing another video when I've found out how this camera's working and everything's alright. This should record for a lot longer, so it shouldn't be part 1, part 2, it should all be done in one video. Now, I'm going to be doing a little box. Not a little box, sorry, I've done boxes. I've done resin, I've done boxes, I've done spindle. I'm going to be doing a little lidded pot. Lidded box, pot, whatever you want to call it. They call it boxes, pot, I don't know. It's confusing. I'm going to be using this tool as well. Right, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit. There we go. Take a step back. Well, I have said before, a very good friend of mine made me up this handle. I'm still getting used to it. It's a bit, I find it a bit, I'm used to my handles and I find it a little bit slim here. Even all my handles here, these ones, I've, hang on, these ones, sorry. Even all these ones, I have quite I'm used to quite chunky handles. And I like that. But yeah, it's a little bit getting used to, but it's alright actually. I'm getting there. It's got the weight. It can balance. I mean, that's a long bar on there, and I get quite a good, not bad balance with that. But I've made this one up for it. Okay, this has my 12mm AU cutter, what I call AU. A lot of them call them cup cutters, whatever. I have my own name for them. And that's how they're listed on my site. This is the 12mm one, and I'm going to be using this one in a little pot. I know it's a big, I'm not going to do that deeper lidded box, don't worry about that. It's just this does me for, I can use this because I'm quite comfortable. A lot of the time you'll see me turning, I'm holding my chisel. I never ever, no matter what I'm hollowing, even if I'm deep hollowing, you very rarely ever see me at the end of the handle. Okay, that I don't have control. Okay, I can use it like that, but I don't have control properly. I'm normally up here. I'd rather tuck that under there, okay? Because I can't put that handle inside a bowl like that. I can't hold down there. I wouldn't even be down there, okay? I would want to go for a different tool that gives me the ability of that. The most I'd go down probably to about there. Now I can get nice and close here, I can control it, I can hold it, I can feel everything that's going on. I have it on my body helps me to move around, okay? It's in there. And I can control it a lot better, I can be a lot finer with it. I can come around, I like to feel, I feel through my chisel what's happening. The cutter tells me what's happening, and I feel that through here, okay? I position this with my grub screws so that's up. I know that means the cutter is flat. Never cut with it like that, it'd be very, very aggressive, okay? I normally start off, rolled right over and come back for my cut for where I want it, what aggression I want. Now, the thing with this cutter is a lot of people, when you're inside, it'll be easier when I show you inside a pot, because a lot of people will go down this way inside and they use it, and you'll look and they say, oh yeah, that's nice cut, but that's not cutting. This is a very sharp cut. I mean, I've just made this tool up, this bar for this one I've made up today, this morning, because I put a tang on it, see, and it goes in. So I've got a metal lathe, so I just make my own tangs if I want for a chisel for me. Now when you're using it this way, you'll have it rolled over and you're coming down and you'll get this shape, but that's not kill, that's scraping, right? Let me bring you in. I'll just zoom to look at this. Oh, this is so posh, isn't it? Look. Oh, isn't this posh, eh? Look at that. Right. I come down here. I'm holding it. I'm getting nice little kills. That's scraping. Whenever you've got that cut that way, you're scraping. When you're inside a bowl or pot, you've got to be round here. Okay? It's no good just rolling it over, because what you're going to do, if you're coming off even the front edge, if you come in here and slope it, no, look. Oh, that's scraping it. Right, you're in some real danger. Look, that's torn that grain and everything. In real danger of getting a catch there. And if you're coming off the side, if I can show you, if you've got it here, even if you've got it rolled over, right, you're not cutting. The only time you'll be cutting is when you're on the front of that cutter, you've got it rolled there, okay, then you'll be getting a cut. And look, that's cutting in. Now start cutting in, and then you move along. Right, I'm going to show a little bit of it here. Remember, we've got a bevel, the side of the cutter, and I continue that onto the bar. I give enough, when I do my chisels, I give enough clearance under here so that you can get in and work off the tip, okay? You can work off the tip of the chisel. Off of here. Now, I've got to come round a bit because I'm on a plane, because of the way it's cut. Right, rolled over. And I'm cutting. And I can adjust the aggressiveness. Now that's not scraping, that's cut. Okay, I'm going to come in here again, roll down, bring it up. And I'm coming off the tip there, not the sides, I'm coming right off the tip. Now with this one, I don't need to do that. I don't need to bring the tool towards me, okay, because of the bevel I've got. If I bring the tool here, can't do nothing, can't cut, okay, so then I'd end up rolling back here. That's when I'm in danger of getting a catch. So for this one, we keep the tool straighter like that, but I do like to have my tool handle slightly lower. I don't want it parallel. And when you've got it there, I'm on the tip, right? So I'm actually here. So that would be about it's between 12 and 1 if you're going on the clock, right? Just after 12 o'clock. That's where I'll be. I'll be about 12:30. This tool's a bit long for what I'm doing here. I'd normally like to be up here like this, with that, but I've got a bit too much handle hanging down the bottom. But I've done this because I want it for a bit deeper stuff. Okay, so I'm going this way. Just cutting off the tip. Cutting off the tip. Now there, I'm at about 11:30. Sort of there, just before the 12 o'clock, but between the two, okay? Right, now, let's have a look what this one does. Right, now this is a... There you go, I can really see that. I don't know what this is like, how close I am on the camera, or how close it is. I'm going to have a checker and see. I could be pushing it right in your face. You've probably got this on your end of your nose, haven't you? Anyway, there you go. That's how smooth a cut you can get with these ones. Alright? But I've got more. I wouldn't use them on spindles myself, personally. You can. I've got the shear cut hollowers and that. That's why I put hollowers on it, because it does a shear cut. But this is for using in bulk. But as you can see, where I've got to come around that front,